Hello viewers, this is Jairam from Chess Shoots. Today we're going to discuss a controversial topic of whether to use engines as practice partners or humans as practice partners, and we're going to discuss a method of how to use engines in opening practice. With the advent of technology and artificial intelligence, I think engines are here to stay and they can be real game changers. So let's get started. Dear viewers, before we get into the method of using computer engines as a practice partner, we need to know their advantages over human practice partners. The first and the biggest advantage of using computer engines over human practice partners, in my opinion, is actually the cost. Because computer playing softwares, if you combine them with database softwares like ChessBase 15 and Fritz 17 or Komodo 13, it can cost you anywhere close to 10,000 rupees. That is around 150 US dollars. In the Indian market, it's around 10,000 rupees. And this is a one time cost which you're going to incur. But if you are going to invest in a human practice partner, I think human practice partners may charge you anywhere between 500 rupees per hour to 2000 rupees per hour, depending on its strength and rating. So, if you need a practice partner for 4 hours in a week, it may set you back by rupees 8,000 rupees a month or 30,000 to 35,000 rupees a month. Okay, and usually it's applicable for players above 1600 because I don't see players below 1600 having practice partners. They usually go to their academy and practice with the other players. The second biggest advantage of computers as practice partners versus humans as practice partners is actually the availability. If you see computers, they are available 24 hours a day and they don't get tired to practice. But if you see a human practice partner, he cannot play with you whenever you want. He's only available at a predetermined slot which you have set in a week. The third advantage of using computer engines as practice partners over humans is basically the strength difference. Computer engines nowadays, you know that they have progressed to a point where it's becoming almost impossible to beat them. And you can play against computers at various rating levels and strength setups, all the way up to a GM level. But humans can only play at a particular strength and they are not consistent. There could also be other miscellaneous reasons where the computer as a practice partner would be much more advantageous than a human player. That is because of tiredness of the human player. Sometimes incomplete opening preparations due to scarcity of time, and then random cancellation sometimes by the human player. And there are other factors in India, like suppose if the practice partner is traveling to your house once a week or twice a week to practice with you, there are certain environmental conditions like rain or traffic conditions which could make the practice partner cancel classes. Okay, just like how we have seen some advantages of computer engines as a practice partner over humans, of course, there are some advantages of using human practice partner over the computers. The first and foremost advantage of a human practice partner is because there are certain areas of the game which the computer does not understand very well, and that is positional chess and end games. Sometimes, when you're playing with a computer at a very high rating, you will see that even if it's got some initiative, it will try to just keep repeating moves. And there are certain positions where, according to endgame techniques and theory, it is known to be a draw, but then the computer evaluates itself to have an advantage in those positions. The second disadvantage of a computer over a human practice partner is that it can definitely play a full game with you and it can generate moves and you can use the help of the engine in any position, but then it would not be in a position to explain to you on what basis that move was made and how it derived that moves. So, but whereas a human player would be able to make his inferences. and in most of the cases, the inferences you draw out of a computer's move is solely based on your strength and understanding of chess. So that also becomes a limitation, because you can only infer a computer's move, or you can only find out the idea of a computer's move based on your level and strength of chess. So again, in these situations, a higher level human playing partner would be a better person to draw conclusions and to chalk out plans in a specific position. So a final decision on whether to choose a human practice partner or just stick with your engine as a practice partner should be decided based on budget, availability of a human practice partner in your locality, and other considerations which you may feel feasible. But with the advent of technology and innovations and the progress of artificial intelligence, I think engines are here to stay, and the rise of machines is inevitable. After discussing the advantages and disadvantages of computer as a practice partner over humans, I would say that the best place where you could use a computer as a practice partner is basically in the practice of openings and opening preparation, or to play out a certain test position against an opponent. That is when computers would be highly beneficial. And if you want to use the computer to play a specific opening against you, of course, the computer is not going to play whichever opening you want it to play. And neither can you go online on some playing websites and expect your opponent is going to play the opening of your choice. So therefore, you actually need a combination of a database editing software and a playing software, and combination of power books, which is going to help you to practice a specific opening you want. Before we discuss the method of using engines to play a specific opening against us, we should ideally have a database editing software or a database software like ChessBase 15, 14, or 13, or even lower versions like ChessBase 12, 11, and 10, or even 9, ChessBase 9 should do the job. If you don't have ChessBase 15 already, or the lower ChessBase versions, you can actually purchase it from the Indian website chessbase.in. So it's roughly around $50 or 3,700 Indian rupees. I'm going to show you three different options of using computer engines or playing softwares and power books in combination. In the first option, I would recommend you to purchase one of the playing softwares like Fritz 17, Houdini 6, or Komodo 13. Even the lower versions of Fritz or Houdini or Komodo should also work. I personally use Komodo 12 as a playing software. And then you would also have to purchase power books. Power books basically are catalog files or .ctg files, which softwares from the ChessBase table understand, and they are the ones that is going to help the computer to play a specific opening. They are actually game collections of top level, that is games played between GMs of 2400 plus, and then engine matches and so on. So computer is going to use the power books as a reference to play its openings from. So you'll get very high quality games. There is a website where you can download these power books. It is not available for some reason in the ChessBase India shop. So you can actually download power books from the ChessBase World shop, that is chessbase.com. So you can just go on search and click on and type for power books. Okay. And if you search for power books, you will get power books of so many openings. Example, if you want the computer to play Queen's Indian Defense against you, you may have to install the Queen's Indian Defense power book. If you wanted to play the Sicilian Rossolimo or Moscow as white or black, if you want to practice that, you may have to download the power book 2020 of Rossolimo Moscow. Similarly, King's Gambit power book, the computer plays King's Gambit, Grunfeld Defense, Caro-Kann, Sicilian Sveshnikov, so on. So I'm going to show you the method of how you're going to use this power books along with the playing software, that is Komodo 13, and we are going to see how the engine is going to play a set of openings against us. Now if you see, I have already downloaded the Caro-Kann power book and I have kept it on my desktop. So this is a older version of the power book which I have downloaded. So if you are unable to retrieve your download, you can always go to your Chessbase account, and once you go into your Chessbase account, you can see all the power books you have purchased. It will appear over here, and then you can re-download them and keep it for use. Once you double click on the setup icon, you have to note down that the power books in Chessbase always get installed by default to this location. So if you open that location, okay, I have directly opened that location. You can see that there are other power books which I have created, and some are the power books which I have purchased from chessbase.com. So they would all be in the same directory, and I would recommend to create all the new power books you want on your own, create it in the same directory. We are not going to go through the installation process because I've already installed it once, and you can just click on install and then keep pressing on OK, and finally you would have got the PowerBook installed. Once we have installed the PowerBook, we are going to start our playing software, that is Commodore 12 in this case. And now click on the classic menu. Even if you use Commodore 13 or Fat Fritz, or if you use Houdini, I think the interface is the same and you should be getting the same options. So as of now, we have installed the Caro-Kann PowerBook. So basically we are telling the computer when we play as white and the computer is going to play as black, we are expecting the computer to play Caro-Kann once we play E4. But if you play E4, it's not immediately going to play Caro-Kann because we have not set the parameters for it to play Caro-Kann. The Caro-Kann PowerBook can be used by both white players as well as black players. White would use Caro-Kann PowerBook basically to learn how to play against Caro-Kann or to practice a lot of games against Caro-Kann. And black players who would use Caro-Kann PowerBooks are basically the players who play Caro-Kann against E4. Also, one more point to note is that if you are also a Scandinavian defense player as black, you may not get a separate PowerBook on chessbase.com for Scandinavian. So if you have downloaded the Caro-Kann PowerBook, you can use the same Caro-Kann PowerBook to play against Scandinavian, because Scandinavian pawn structures and Caro-Kann pawn structures match in a lot of variations. Now the first step in setting up the engine to play Caro-Kann against you is to first check the openings books it is using currently. So if you go on to the openings book tab over here, you can see that there is a tree symbol, and then below that it mentions book 2018. So basically book 2018 comes inbuilt when you install Commodore 12, and maybe if you install Commodore 13 you may get book 2019 as default. So it has some standard set of games, maybe a million games, and the engine is not going to play Caro-Kann if you see that book 2018 is mentioned over here. So first thing is you have to change this to Caro-Kann. So how do we change this to Caro-Kann? We go to File and then Openings Book. If you have already installed the Caro-Kann PowerBook, it would appear in your directories over here. So I see Caro-Kann 2018.ctg. So I click on that and I press on Open. And if you see now below the tree, the name has changed to Caro-Kann 2018. So once this is active, then we can expect the engine to play Caro-Kann, but we are still not done yet. There are some more settings we need to tweak before the engine can actually play Caro-Kann against us. Okay, after we have set the opening PowerBook to Caro-Kann, we need to set the parameters so that the engine can start playing Caro-Kann against us. So we are going to force the computer to play a specific sequence of moves. So how do we do that? So let's say we're going to play E4, and for E4 there are so many options which the computer can play even though it's a Caro-Kann PowerBook. So we need to force it to play C6 at any cost. So we right click on the move C6 and make it as main move, and then click on C6, and we are going to play D4. And after we play D4, we want the computer to play D5 as black. So we right click on D5 and make it as main move. So whatever you set as main move will be highlighted as green. And if you actually go over that move, it becomes sort of pinkish because it's like black superimposed on a green color. And then we are going to click on D5. So let's say we are going to play knight C3 variation. That's the variation which we are going to test against the computer, and you want the computer to play D into E4. So you're going to set that move as the main move, D into E4. I'm going to right click and set it as main move. So after d into e4, we are going to play knight into e4, and let's say you want the computer to play knight f6. So we're going to make knight f6 as the main move. So we'll click on knight f6, and then we are going to play knight into f6. And for knight into f6, you expect the computer to play g into f6. Of course, you can even set e into f6, but I would set it to play g into f6. So I'm going to make that as the main move. And for g into f6, let's say I want to play c3, and for that I'm expecting the computer to play bishop moves to f5. Okay, so now let us test and see if the computer is going to play the same moves. Okay, so I come back to notation. It shows whatever we have set, and now I click on new game. Once I click on new game, this most of the time this engine ons up, so you can just close that bar, and you see that the time on the screen is showing as 00. So the next step is to actually set the time. So where do you set the time? You have to go to this option called levels. So once you click on levels, click on blitz game, and normally what I would do is I would set to 5 minutes. And why 5 minutes and not any other time control? Because we are going to use the engine to practice openings, and we are going to practice, let's say we're going to keep 1 hour in a day to practice a certain opening. So if you keep it as 5 minutes, we can practice something like 6 to 8 games maybe. And if you take a longer time control, basically even in 2 hours you maybe just be able to finish one game, that's it, and the objective may be lost. So here when you keep it as 5 minutes, you can practice a lot of games in 1 hour, and the objective is that only. The point is that in 5 minutes time we should be able to play 15 to 20 moves of theory. If you're not able to play 15 to 20 moves of theory in 5 minutes, basically you need to play more number of games and improve your practice in that opening, and eventually after 50 games to 100 games of play against the computer, you would be able to play the first 15-20 moves of theory in less than 5 minutes, maybe less than 1 minute also. So now I have set it to 5 minutes each. Again, the engine is cropping up, so I'm just going to close it. So after setting up the engine time, the next thing you need to do is you need to tell the computer that not to use book 2018 or not to play any random moves, and to play only what has been set. So you go to analysis, and in analysis you can notice something called as the book style. Book style says normal. So if you keep it at normal, it's again going to play any random games. We have told the computer to play knight f6 variation in Caro-Kann in the knight c3 setups, but it is not going to play knight f6. It may even play the classical bishop f5 line, or it can play nd7 line. It can play anything. So we wanted to just play according to the moves what we have set it to. So instead of normal, we are going to change this option to optimal book. This is a very important point. You have to observe this, because sometimes after playing few games it may automatically revert back to normal. We have set this to optimal book. Now we are going to test and see if the engine is ready to play the variation whatever we have programmed it to. So we come back to home screen, and then okay, if you want to play as black, you can press on move now, but here we're going to test it as white. So once we play e4, the computer is playing c6 as per whatever we have set it to, and for d4 it plays d5, and we are playing knight c3, it automatically play d into e4, and for knight into e4 it plays knight f6, and once we take knight into f6, we wanted to capture g into, because that is what we have set it as. So I'm going to play knight into f6, it plays g into f6, and once we play c3, we wanted to play bishop f5, and that's what we have actually programmed it to. And for c3 it plays bishop moves to f5. Okay. So this is the way we can actually make computers play openings, and you can keep repeating game after game. But here if you notice that the computer is actually going to play in this position at a very high strength. So there's another option to basically set the rating at which the engine plays, and now we are going to see that option. Basically, I'm going to resign over here. And now to play a rated game, what I would do is, with the same setups, I'm just going to go to the training mode, and then there's an option called rated game. But before playing a rated game, always check whether the book style is set to optimal, and only then start playing a rated game. So I would go to training and then click on rated game. I think the advantage of using the newer versions of the software is this point. Basically, In Commodore 12 and 13, I have noticed that we have an option to set the rating, but I think in the lower versions, this option may not be available. You may not be able to play at a specific rating. So I'm not sure, but you need to check with it because I don't have Commodore 11 or versions below that. I only use Commodore 12 right now. So in Commodore 12, it is available. You can change the rating. So let's say, and the center tab is basically what tells you at what rating the computer is going to play against you. So let's say if you want to start out, you can start out with something like 1600 and then slowly keep increasing your rating. So I will just put the tab close to 1600 and then I will click on OK. Okay. So basically I wanted to play as white, but if you see that the computer started playing white. So how do you come out of this? So randomly I'm just going to play 3 moves and I'm just going to resign from here. So and hope that the computer gives me an alternate color next time. So again I go back to training, click on rated game and then click OK. So it should alternate the color and it should give me white now. So now I'm going to play e4, c6, d4, d5, knight c3, pawn into pawn, knight into, and then c3, bishop moves to f5. So basically it's playing a line which we already programmed it to play. Designing all my games just to save time, but in your case you can just continue and check it out, and this is the way I'm going to use Engine as a practice partner. But now let's say you want to change the variation, you want to play a different variation. So then what you can do is you can just again click on a new game, basically go back to the openings book, and for e4 let's say it's going to play c6, and for d4 it's going to play d5 and knight c3, pawn into pawn, and now for knight into pawn, instead of knight f6, you don't want it, already played knight f6 automatically, so I'll use the arrow key and go back, and instead of knight f6 I want to test a variation with bishop f5. That means I want the computer to play bishop f5. So what I will do is I will right click on knight f6 and again click on main move. By doing this I have deselected knight f6 and now I'm going to go to bishop moves to f5. I'll right click and press main move. So now the computer, instead of playing knight f6, it should start playing bishop f5 line against me. You can set this moves to maybe even you can even set it to 20-25 moves, and the computer is just going to stick to that and it's going to play that sincerely. So now let's check if the computer has changed itself and it's going to play bishop moves to f5. So again I'm going to resign over here and I'm going to click on new game. I'm always going to check if the book style is going to be optimum, and then I'm just going to start playing. Okay, we set the computer to play bishop f5 and it's playing bishop moves to f5. Okay. Similarly, if you're a Caro-Kann player as black, you would want the fixed sequence of moves as white. That means you want the computer to play as white and you're going to play black. So what we would do is again click on new game, go to openings book. In this case, instead of setting the black's moves as the main move, you would set white moves as main move. Example, you want white to play e4 against you if you're a Caro-Kann player and you wanted to test some line in Caro-Kann. So you right click on e4 and you'll make it as main move. And then you're going to play c6, so you don't have to click on anything. I'm just going to press resign again because automatically it starts playing some moves. So and then you want the second move of white to be d4, so you click on d4. Okay, and just go back and where is d4? Yeah, d4. Right click on d4 and make it as main move. And then for this you want to play d5 and you want the computer not to play e5 but you want the computer to play exchange variation. So I go back and I make e into d5 as the main move. Okay, so this is what I have set it as. So forget about the remaining moves. We just want to check exchange variation. Again, I would go back to new game, but now in this case I would want the computer to play first. So I would click on this option called move now. But before that I need to check whether the book style is optimal. Yes, it is optimal and the time is set to 5 minutes each. And now I go back to home and I click on move now. So the computer is going to play e4. If he plays c6, he's going to play d4. If you play d5, he's not going to play e5, or he's not going to play any other move other than pawn into pawn. And that's what, because we have set the computer to play pawn into pawn. Now we shall move on to the second option. In the second option, we are going to see how we are going to combine a playing software like Commodore 12 with the inbuilt PowerBook that is already available. The default inbuilt PowerBook in Commodore 12 is called as Book 2018. So now let us see how good that Book 2018 is. So I'm just going to go to File, Open, Openings Book, and I'm going to load Book 2018.ctg. So now the main difference between Book 2018 and a PowerBook is that in Book 2018 it consists of all the openings, and roughly you get, see, it's mentioned over here, the number of games available in Book 2018 is 1,28,303 games, but that is inclusive of all the openings. If you purchase a separate PowerBook from chess-based websites, you will see that opening like Caro-Kann itself has 8 lakh to 10 lakh games. So of course the quality of the games in the standalone PowerBooks like Caro-Kann PowerBook or Sicilian PowerBook is going to be much more powerful and much more worthy of the money you pay for it. And here also you can set the same options, but it behaves little bit differently. Again, I'm going to set the Caro-Kann move order for black to play. So when we play e4, we want the computer to play c6. So I just come back and I make c6 as the main move. So let me search for c6. Yeah, I'll make c6 as the main move, and I'll play that move. And we are going to play d4, and for d4, I'm going to make d5 as the main move, and I'm going to play that. And instead of e5, let's say again we're going to test the same, knight c3, and for knight c3 I'm going to make d into e4 as the main move. So I'll come back and make d into e4 as the main move. After d into e4, knight into e4, I want to make knight f6 as the main move. Already you can see that in the PowerBook what we saw previously, there were much more options available, the fourth more options for black. But here it just shows only 4 moves as the options for black. So I'm again going to stick to knight f6. I'm going to right click on knight f6 and make it as main move. And then we are going to play knight into f6, and I'm going to make g into f6 as the main move. And then we are going to play c3. And for c3, I'm going to play bishop f5 as the main move. So I'll just go back and again make bishop f5 as the main move. So now let me come back to levels and then set the levels to 5 minutes each. Okay, I'll close that engine, and let's go to analysis. See, the style has become normal. We are going to change it back to optimal, and of course new game, and I'm going to test it and see if it's going to play whatever we have programmed it to. e4, c6, d4, d5, knight c3, pawn into pawn, knight into pawn, knight f6, g into f6, and if I play c3, it should play bishop f5. So it's playing bishop f5, but it comparatively shows lesser fourth more options, and if you keep going deeper and deeper, it will show lesser options because there are lesser number of games available in the openings book of Book 2018 compared to a standalone and dedicated PowerBook of Caro-Kann. So the advantage of option 2, that is this method, over option 1 is you're saving 10 euros on each PowerBook. 10 euros roughly translates to 800 Indian rupees. But the disadvantage is that the quality of the PowerBook is lesser because there are lesser number of games available, and for some of the openings you may not even find sample games to play against. We have already seen 2 options. Now the third option involves using a playing software like Commodore or Fritz and combining it with the PowerBook, which we can create on our own. We may want to create our own PowerBooks for 2 reasons. The first reason is to try to avoid the cost of buying a standalone PowerBooks from websites. And the second reason is not all opening PowerBooks are available on websites. Example, there may be some gambits like the Budapest Gambit, and there may be some other offbeat lines in some openings for which you may not have PowerBooks available readily. So it's always good to create your own PowerBooks. Now we shall see how to create our own PowerBook. We are going to create Budapest Gambit PowerBook, so that we are going to learn how to play against Budapest Gambit and test games against Budapest Gambit. So first we need game files of Budapest Gambit. So we can download game files of Budapest Gambit from, there's a website called pgnmentor.com. Okay. If you scroll down, you can actually download games of Budapest Gambit. That's what is required to create a PowerBook of Budapest Gambit. So I will click on PGN files. If I click on PGN files, you can see there are a lot of openings, so, and also players names, and there are a lot of openings if you keep scrolling down. So what I'll do is I'll just press Ctrl F and I will type Budapest, and you can see there is something called Budapest Gambit, and I'm in a position to download games of Budapest Gambit. So I'm going to click on download. After the games are downloaded, basically it downloads into a zip format. So once I open the zip format file, I can extract this file, this budapestgambit.pgn. It contains all the games that is necessary to create the Budapest Gambit PowerBook. So I'm going to extract this file to any location. So let's say I'll extract it to desktop, and yeah, I'll just extract the file to desktop, and let me check if it has come onto the desktop. Yeah. So we have the Budapest Gambit.pgn. There's another way to create Budapest Gambit PGN files. That is by going to your Chessbase 15. So that's the reason I said you need to have Chessbase. It's a very good tool for database editing and for saving your games and doing all sorts of things with the games you generate. So here I will click on board option. Okay, it says book.ctg catalog file cannot be accessed. Okay, so now I'm just going to play out the move orders of Budapest Gambit. d4, nf6, c4, e5, pawn into pawn, and knight g4. I think this is the Budapest Gambit move order. And now what I'm going to do is, if you have Megabase or Big Base installed, you can now click on reference, and this should give you all the games available in Budapest Gambit. And since my database is only updated up to 2019, so the games played in the last 1 year in Budapest Gambit may not be available. So if you want even the latest games, you can see that in this, the games of Budapest Gambit available are from 2018 and below that. If I want the latest games available, what I would do is, in the same notation window, instead of clicking on reference, I would just press enter on my keyboard. So it just tries to find games from chesslive.de website, and now you can see there are games available even from 2020 March 21st that was played, and 2019 October 26th. So it has all the latest games basically. So what I would do is, I need to select all these games. So what I would do, I click on the first game, and then I would press Ctrl A on the keyboard. So basically selects all the games available, and then I would right click on this. So it says there are 23,561 games. Yeah, that's what it says, I think. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to right click on this, press output, selection to text file, and then I will select PGN as the option, and I'm going to save the same thing on my desktop. Yeah. Desktop, I'll put it as Budapest Gambit, and I'm going to mark it as latest, and I'll press create new. So it has copied all that games onto my desktop. So just to check, I will close this, go back into my desktop, and see that there's one more file that is created, Budapest Gambit latest. So if I open that PGN file, you can see that it will show all the games, the latest games included. I can sort it by date and just check if there are games of 2020 also listed over here. Okay, now it is important to create a catalog file. That's the file which we call as PowerBooks, which the playing softwares can understand. So what we will do is, we'll close this file, and we shall go back to the main window of Chessbase 15. So Chessbase 15 is basically required to create the PowerBooks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on File and I'm going to click on New Database. So we are going to create our own PowerBook. So and PowerBook is going to be of the format .ctg. So I shall select books format .ctg. Now we need to store it in the correct directory so that it can open up automatically when we click on openings book. So usually Chessbase stores all its books in this folder documents, and then if you go to Chessbase and then there is an option called books. So here I would make a new ctg file as Budapest. So it would save as budapest.ctg, and if I click on create new, okay, you would see that there is an option called Budapest. Sorry, not an option. You get a icon called budapest.ctg. It's like a tree symbol. So now this tree is basically empty. It doesn't have any games. So here we have Budapest Gambit latest, which we actually created from Megabase, or even you can create it from PGN Mentor. So what we're going to do is we are just going to drag Budapest Gambit latest PGN file onto the tree. And this basically copies all the games, including the variations. I will just put it as include variations, and it's going to copy all the games. So maybe there were 1000 games, it's just going to copy all the games. And I'll put it as absolute length. Okay. So it created, and now budapest.ctg is opening PowerBook file which contains 1000 games or whatever of Budapest Gambit. So now let's go back to Komodo and check if we can set Budapest Gambit as the PowerBook. So if I go to openings book, right now it is set to book 2018. So now I shall come to file, open, and openings book. It should show budapest.ctg because we have created it in the same directory, and now I'm going to load it. Okay, and now I'm going to set the computer to play Budapest Gambit against me. So for d4 I want the computer to play knight f6, so I just come back and make knight f6 as the main move, and that's the only thing available. And once we play c4, we want the computer to play e5, so I go back to e5 and click on main move. Okay, and then after e5 we are going to play d into e5, and for d into e5 we want the computer to play knight moves to g4. And for knight moves to g4, not knight f3, let's say we're going to test a line bishop moves to f4. So we'll make bishop moves to f4 as the main move. And for bishop moves to f4, we don't want it to play knight c6. Instead, maybe we want it to play something like bishop moves to b4 check. So I'm going to set bishop moves to b4 as the main move. And now let's start checking it. Click on new game. Again, already the time is already set to 5 minutes each. I'll go to analysis and set the book style to optimal. And let me check this now. d4, knight f6, c4, e5, pawn into. And now if I play bishop f4, we are expecting it to play bishop moves to b4. Yeah. So it's working.